Hey guys, I'm gonna try an experiment here. This is icing colors from Wilton, and it had a brown in it. I found this somewhere, I don't know. But this is the cover that's on the top of the little bottle. And then when I took apart some of the those chipboard pieces I was showing you from Dollar Tree, how you get 4 or 3 out of just one. The water sort of, because it is a brownish color chipboard, so instead of using fresh water, I'm going to use the brown tone on it. Because, well, why not? I use this to cut off the top, and it's got some coloring on it. So the reason I'm putting this in here is because, well, I don't want to waste any coloring. And that little bit on the top has a little, and some people probably didn't like that noise, and I'm sorry. So I'm just sort of getting all the coloring off of there. I'm all about using what you got and do it for a decent amount. And so since I already used this and it's got this on here, I'm going to add some here. So I want a brown color. Yeah, I've got some brown dyes. I've got things that I've got tea. I've got coffee. I do understand. But I'm all about trying new things. That's just who I am. And some people are going, she's touching that knife. That's okay. Cut myself. It's all on me, right? Okay, dry it off before I put it up. Now I can put that up so I don't lose it. And I'm just using my hands. Yes, I do work. I teach. People who listen to me on here know that. But I am not a bit worried about if my hands get colored, because I'm just not about that. I enjoy the craft. My students know it. People I work with should know it if they have any interest. And so if I dye my hands a little bit, I dye my hands a little bit. Yes, I've got gloves. And there's going to be some darker flakes in there. I'm not breaking it all apart, but at least get it mixed up a little bit. Yep. And I'll wipe that off. Yeah, why waste it? See, I wiped it on there. These are some old black and white copies of things that I've got. They're Bible verse things. And I have no idea. I've had them for years. Back before I had a color copier. I'll be honest with you. And that's where these came from. And I am hoping to work on some Bible things this month. I think that's all. Bible verses. But what I printed them out for, because I like the study notes. That's what I originally got the freebies for. Was that. And I'm just trying to see what these do. I haven't decided if I'm going to leave them in here. Let them soak longer. See how dark I can get them. I'm just wanting to play. But this brown is looking more green. But as you all can see, it says brown. It's looking more of a greenish. And that's okay. Still a vintage color. That's what I'm looking for. And usually don't keep them all stacked up in here like this all the time, but I didn't really want to add a lot more water in here, but I think I'm going to have to. Yeah, don't y'all love my fancy water jug? You keep it in your craft room. It doesn't spill. Just put the lid right back on it. Got a nifty little hang holder. And I don't have to get up and go anywhere to get water when I need it. Got some rags over here if I need rags. Even though you never see me use them much, do you? I'm one of these weird crafters. I intentionally wear old clothes when I craft. They are meant to. It's the ones that if I was painting a room, I'd wear and be expecting to get ruined. So if I get stuff on it, or I got a little paint on the end of my finger, I don't necessarily grab a rag. I just wipe it off on the clothes I've got, because that's the whole point. They're old clothes I need to get rid of anyway. I wear them to craft in, and then just keep wearing them until they're just, yeah, then just throw them away. No biggie, because they'll be going for the landfill anyway. If it's not something I can cut up for journals, which I do that a lot with clothing. If anybody's watched any of my past videos, you know that. I like to do that. That's still sort of a greenish, but a little bit more brownish, and I added that extra water. I have no idea what color these are going to be, how dark they're going to be, but I just wanted to get rid of some of the white. That's what I was wanting to do, and I will do the same technique that I did last time when I dye, well, the way I dye all my papers. I've shared that on here before and showed you how to do it. I stack mine with papers in between. I'll get my tray here. Like, take a tray, put a plain sheet of paper, pick up the page of mine, lay it on it, and that sort of dyes that paper, the blank sheet of paper, and soaks it up, and then that's how I dry them. I don't put them in the oven. I don't set them outside, and I do have a ceiling fan that if I don't think I don't think they dry fast enough, I will pull out a ceiling. I'll use one of these that I'm actually using. I'll pull out, turn on the ceiling fan on high, and let it set up underneath it overnight. And when I get up the next morning, or if I'm still here, you know, just working on it during the day, dry it, take them apart, and after they dry a little bit, if I need to, I'll put another mop-up page between them. But usually I don't the second time. I don't need to. I can stack them up and let them dry that way. And usually within 24 hours, all my papers are dry and good, and I didn't have to put them there. On average, when I do dye a lot of papers, on average, it's about 100 sheets that I can get done in 20 minutes. And everything's dry within 24 hours. I think that's pretty darn good. In this method that I use here. Like, I would use the back side of that paper. I don't believe in wasting anything. Here's the thing. When you've got stuff, use it. If you enjoy it, keep it and use it. If it's usable. If not, then you can throw it away. I do want to take a little adventure back into, I used to make paper. My own paper, and I really enjoyed that. So I'm hoping maybe when it gets warmer, maybe we can take a journey together on these videos and do some paper making. I do that as well in a DIY manner. I don't buy all the expensive stuff. Not to say there's anything wrong with that. Please do not think I'm saying anything wrong with that. I just like to see what I can craft without spending money to do the same thing somebody spent money on. That's just my thing and why I started this channel. Now, this is a bit longer than usual, but I'm going to stop there. Tell you all, thank you for tuning in.